Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Come on in, get cute, get comfortable. We are going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac as well as Married to Medicine. Okay, so make sure you guys come on in, get real cute and comfortable, honey. As we are going to get into some things shortly, okay? Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, y'all. Come on in. All right. Let's go ahead and just get this thing started real quick. Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's talk about these ladies. Let's not waste no time. And let's go ahead and get into Married to Medicine as well as Real Housewives of Potomac. Hey, Charlene, honey. Hey, Candiace. What's going on, Lisa? What's up? All right, y'all. So the reunion for Married to Medicine has taken place. I'm gonna be real frank with y'all, real honest. Miss Quad got on my nerves. That's just the short answer for me. Quad. Actually, hold on one second. I need to share the video. Just know that Quad got on my nerves, girl. Period. I was a bit annoyed, as I've been annoyed with Quad for the past few episodes. For real. We see when the show first started out, we see that Dr. Contessa was coming for Dr. Heavenly, baby. I was like, ooh, now what is this all about over here? And Dr. Heavenly, girl, we saw what you was over there doing and how you tried to play it up over there to Mr. Andy. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull my notes back up. I had to share the video in some places. Okay, feel free to share the video as you guys also come in and like the video as well. Okay, so Contessa confronts Dr. Heavenly, right? And Dr. Heavenly goes to Andy and tells him that she's traumatized and that she was scared. And I was just like, Dr. Heavenly, why are you trying to overdo this? Why are you trying to overplay this up, girl? I'm talking about you traumatized. And so, girl, you be out here traumatizing the people and you want to sit up and tell somebody that traumatized you, girl. We see what you're doing here. I see what she was doing. All right. I see somebody said, hey, no filter fine, Contessa doing the most. You think so? I be feeling like it be Dr. Heavenly that be doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Now, during the reunion, I don't think either of the ladies did the most. Maybe Contessa did the most trying to fight Dr. Heavenly prior to the show starting, right? But I mean, we don't know what all was really said between the ladies for Dr. Heavenly to be ready to get in for Dr. Contessa to be ready to get into Dr. Heavenly's office. Okay. Now we know that Dr. Heavenly definitely gonna have that mouth. She may not always have them hands ready, but she gonna have that mouth ready. For sure. What else we got? I don't remember Andy even mentioning Audra and saying why she wasn't there. He didn't say anything about Audra, and in all honesty, I kind of forgot that Audra was even a part of the show until we got closer to the end of the show, and I think we started talking about Anila at this point. So I was like, I don't even think he mentioned Audra at the top of the episode, right? So we really start off with Quad segment. Her segment is first. And she was asked about her personal life and her also being able to purchase a home, although she is a single woman or whatnot, right? Which I think is very unfair for them to say, like, a single woman ain't out here got bread. She probably got more money because she ain't got no man. Hello. But anyway, girl. So Andy acts shocked that Quad could furnish that house, that big old house, within a year. And I'm like, is that what you really mean, Andy? Or did you really mean to say, I'm shocked that you were even able to afford that home? Because we're your only job right now. That's what I thought Andy really wanted to say, but he didn't want social media to come down on him. So he just said, oh, well, I just thought it was really interesting that you were able to even furnish that home. Right? He could have did a little spin on that and been like, oh, did you get with Anila to furnish a home, with your influencing or something? Maybe. Nah, I probably wouldn't have liked it either way. Okay. So Toya was asked about Quad's home, and she says that she doesn't come into people's homes and find errors. That's not something that she does. Now, this is what Toya's saying now. This is what Toya said. And she says, I feel like those ladies do that. Toya, no, ma'am. You do that. You actually, in my personal opinion, I think you try to find fault in everybody. I do. I do, Toya. I do. I think you always seeking errors and stuff. I do. So I think that you are a very, very judgmental person. I'm just telling you what it is that I think. Okay. Now Toya calls out Quad for saying that she had to steal or something like that to get her house or whatever. And she believes that Quad has always been a hater. And Quad thinks that Toya wants to be her. I said, Quad, don't nobody want to be you. Don't nobody want to be you, Quad. Don't nobody want to be you. Okay. Ain't nobody jealous of you at all. I mean, what I just refuse. I don't think you're jealous of Toya. I don't think Toya is jealous of you. I don't know where y'all get this thought process from. It's wrong. Okay. So Andy says what he said something to Toya. Oh, he said, so you think that Toya is everything that was it Toya? He said, you think Toya is everything that you want to be, or Toya, do you think Quad is everything? Something like that he asked. I think he was asking Toya that. So when he asked, no, he was talking to Quad. He said, so you think that you're everything Toya wants to be. So basically you're saying that Toya wants to be divorced. And I kind of chuckled like, whoa, I wasn't expecting him to say that. Because out of all of the things that Quad has going on, you kind of took a dig, in my opinion, at Quad being divorced, Andy, when you said that, talking about something. Also, you want to be, you think she wants to be divorced too. Whoa. All right, Andy, gotcha. You're throwing the slick shots. Noted. Okay. So Toya says that she thinks that Quad wants her man. Okay. And I'm like, well, don't nobody want Eugene but you. Don't nobody want that man but you, girl. Don't nobody want that man. It's okay. Don't nobody want that man but you. All right. So Toya then asked Quad for her checks. And then Toya actually ended up switching it up. And first she said that she felt like Quad wanted her man. Then she said, you will want a husband. You want a husband. I don't know. I can't say that Quad really wants a husband right now. Maybe I feel like Quad might be enjoying too much of her single life to really want a man, because she can now be able to deal with and put up with who she wants to or who she don't want to. I'm sure at sometimes she probably wished that she had the commitment, you know what I'm saying, or the security of a relationship maybe, but ultimately I don't know why, maybe just be having a little fun. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, Toya decides to bring the conversation to checks, baby. Trump checks. Girl, where's your check? Where is the coin at? So Toya decides to pull out the notebook, the file folder that she been holding on to for the longest, to let the people know I have jobs. I was kind of glad Toya did that, because I was like, what's in that paperwork? What's over there? What is that, Andy? I wanted to know. What checks do you have? Now, I did see over there on Toya's page, she was promoting wine. So I guess that is where she get the $6,000 a month from, with the wine company, amongst other things. Okay. Now, I do feel like in my opinion, okay, and y'all just let me know. All right. It's okay. We disagree sometimes. But in my opinion, girl, I feel like Toya ate Quad up. Like, when they was doing this stuff back and forth, I just felt like Toya was winning. I felt like Quad actually looked lame to me. Toya said, where your checks at? Toya said, you keep talking about how you work with BGBC, but girl, we only seeing product, but we ain't seeing no checks. I said, woo. Woo. So where your check said, Quad? Quad didn't necessarily answer the question. She kind of laughed when she heard that $6,000 check. And I'm like, well, where yours they go? Let us know something. I will say, I told y'all Quad probably was working on some investments, which that's what she said she was doing. So I think she probably was. Then she also brought up Sister Circle. I said, let's not say that we did, because number one, Sister Circle is canceled. Number two, let's not bring up Sister Circle unless we're going to talk about how you were willing to SHI on the ladies because you felt like you had your Sister Circle. Therefore, you did not need the ladies of Married to Medicine. Yet here you are gracing the couch yet again. So let's not bring up Sister Circle unless we're going to talk about that part. Okay, what else we got going on? All right, so Quad was asked about dating, but Quad says that she isn't rushing into marriage. And I was like, nobody asked you about marriage, girl. We asked you about dating. How was dating life going? And that's when Toya decided to bring up, oh, well, what about the married men? No married men over there? What about those? Whoa, okay. That was very messy of you, Miss Toya. So that prompted Quad to speak on the contractor situation, right? And I believe that Contessa also knew this contractor. So Quad was saying how she spent $150,000 with this contractor. And she said she had the receipts to prove it. Okay. I guess she just didn't bring them that day because she felt like the polygraph test was going to be more important. As she grabbed that information, stood up and gave it over there to Andy. And all I was thinking to myself was, you did all of that and don't nobody give a damn. You went and did all of that and don't nobody give a damn. Even though everybody sitting down except for Toya and Simone felt as though when Andy asked the question, he was like, do y'all feel like this polygraph test has pretty much cleared Quad? Everybody else is like, yes, yes, yes. I'm over here like, no. Did it clear Mariah? Did it clear Mariah? It cleared her off the show, okay? But it did not clear Mariah because y'all didn't care about what Mariah had to say when that woman sat up there and accused that lady of using Coca-Cola. And Miss Girl went and did whatever it is she needed to do. Y'all didn't care then, but y'all want us to care about this. No, ma'am, you did all of that and don't nobody give a damn. Let's keep going, okay? Let's keep going. So Anila, Jackie, and Heavenly, we talked about that. Okay, so Heavenly, the question comes up about Heavenly and Quad's friendship, okay? Heavenly apologizes to Quad, which technically was not an apology. It was more so an acknowledgement of actions. But Andy said that it was an apology and asked Quad if she accepted it. And based on them having the conversation, eventually I do believe that Heavenly apologized, but I can't say that Quad fully accepted Heavenly's apology, and I don't think that Quad really should have, to be honest, because sometimes Heavenly go back on what she says. She'll apologize, and then she don't mean nothing by the end of the week because she back on the same stuff. So I ain't really blame Quad if she didn't want to, accept that apology from Heavenly. I only thing I do fault Quad for is for her to dislike Toya for the exact same things that Heavenly does, but you're willing to be friends with Heavenly, but not want to with Toya. I don't think that's cool, but it's just me, girl. Okay. What else? So Heavenly, first of all, Dr. Contessa was trying to say when Quad had brought up the fact that oh, you apologize, but then it don't mean in the next week. Contessa was like, well, girl, that's what I was trying to say. And Quad looked over there and said, Contessa, I just want to, let me just talk to Heavenly. I'm like, girl, you need to remember that the next time somebody not talking to you and they talking to somebody else and then you want to insert yourself in the conversation. You need to remember that the next time, okay? So Heavenly brings up Toya. Interesting, because when Quad was trying to check Heavenly, Heavenly brings up Toya. And she says that, but Toya is married, and everybody else is like, okay, where are you going with this? Like, what do you mean? Because that's not what we're talking about right now. This was Dr. Heavenly's way of technically saying, don't be trying to come down on me about the slick stuff that I may say as far as you messing with married men or anything. But when you have Toya over here that is a married woman with children, yet you're over here trying to insinuate that she's cheating on her husband in the neighborhood. That's what Heavenly was slick trying to say to her. She just didn't say like, blatantly like that. You feel what I'm saying? All she did was say that, what, Toya's married and we're not trying to ruin any families right here. And everybody was confused because they like, how Toya getting this when we focus on you on Quad right now? Yikes. That's where she was going with that. Okay, so Contessa lets us know that the woman done block Quad. I said, girl, not the woman done block Quad. Quad, not you done got blocked from this lady. Did you get blocked from this lady because of the rumors, honey? Because if it wasn't true, why that lady gonna sit up there and block you? Talking about, I get it. Because see, Contessa didn't have the answer as to why the lady did it. She said, I guess she blocked you because she didn't want to be a part of the drama. I said, you guess, but you not sure. Okay. I will say this. I don't think that Quad, I don't know that lady. So I don't know what she do behind closed doors. I don't know anything about that. But I don't believe that Quad messed around with no married person. I think that Quad could date whatever contractor she wants to because she's single. But as far as the married situation, I don't really think Quad did that. But it is interesting to hear that man wife inside of damn block Quad for whatever reason, child. I don't know. Let's keep going. Maybe she a little threatened or something. Anyway, Toya jumps in the conversations and says that no one should come at you in your sex life. But it's okay for y'all to come at me and it's going on with me, okay? Or at least the lies that y'all came up with of me messing around with somebody. So it's not okay to do to you, but it's okay to do it to me. And then Quad was like, it's not okay. And she's like, well, if it's not okay, then why don't nobody ever speak up and say shit? Nobody ever defends me. And I'm like, I don't know, Toya. I don't know what it is, girl. I don't know why they just don't like you like. I mean, you the Mariah. They don't like you like that, girl. They don't. It's just it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. So there's that. I mean, Toya one line. Like, I mean, when it comes to Toya, y'all do be turning y'all head doing other stuff. Somebody says I do think Heavenly does really believe in the sanity or whatever. Saying say what of marriage. I get what you're saying though. I'm late, but yes, thank you, baby Trisha. I appreciate it. You never know what people will do. Don't forget she was accused of messing with Mariah's sister. Let me go. Girl, where's the off button at? Let me find it real quick, ma'am, for you, real quick, like, please. Okay, ma'am, ma'am. I almost forgot. I almost forgot about that, baby. Ooh. Mm. Ooh, child. And then her sister come on the show or something. Child, these folks out here, baby. Let me just skedaddle, honey. Let's keep going. Let's get the heavenly segment. Let's go ahead and keep going. I was glad we moved away from Quad segment because I was tired of hearing Quad and this professional voice that she be trying to use and stuff. And then she want to get real gutter and stuff with you and just a girl. I'd be like, Quad, stop acting overly poised. Okay, I think that you cool down to earth. I'm sure in person, but chill out on this overly poised stuff you be trying to give. Anyway, so Heavenly needs to be in therapy, which she does. Y'all know her mom passed away not too long ago. Her and her sister relationship is getting a little better, just a little bit. Yeah, she needs some therapy outside of her friends and her husband. She needs some different type of advice. Okay, some perfect. Y'all need to get a therapist on this show since y'all want to talk about married to medicine. There's some real married to medicine too. Y'all need to get y'all a therapist on this show. Okay. Not one that everybody just go to, but at least one that's a part of the friend group. Anyway, so a fan brings up Heavenly bad mouthing black women, knowing that she has this beauty supply store that she owns, and they feel like she gonna write a check that can't cash, and people gonna stop going in there cashing their checks with her, right? And Heavenly was like, "Girl, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. 'Cause let me tell you something. I thought that it was gonna affect my dentistry, but girl, neither one of my businesses has flopped since I've been up here running my mouth talking shit about these ladies. Girl, we still bringing in coins, okay? So Andy mentioned something to her about whether she'll censor herself if it affected her business. And she was like, yeah, he said, I just find it to be so interesting that you would censor yourself if it came down to your business. But when it comes to your friends, you have yet to censor yourself. And then I think it was Simone that yelled out and said, because she don't give a fuck. Correct. And even if it came down to her businesses, she's not going to care. Heavenly is going to do what she gonna do because that's just how she is, girl. Even if she did lose a little coin, it's hard for her to not be herself and to be exactly who she is. It's very hard for Heavenly. It's hard. So ain't that gonna change, girl? It is what it is. So Quad is called out by the fans for being a person that likes to dish it but never likes to take SHI nor T. And I agree with the fans. All right. So Anila, girl, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what Anila got going on, girl. You need some type of alarm that as soon as a window, she like y'all make too much money, Anila. Your husband got too much money that as soon as anything happens to a window, there isn't some type of alarm system that's going crazy. All right. Now, I mean, I feel like cameras were not enough, right? Cameras were not enough. Y'all needed more than that. And with all of the money that y'all have, y'all need, I mean, like y'all need all kind of cameras. Like, I don't know. I don't know how she said. Did she say that they cut the cords or something like that? They cut the power out or whatever it was. Whatever it is, I know that y'all got the money to take care of it. So get it done. Okay. Y'all need y'all cameras. Y'all need all kind of lighting. Okay. Emergency lighting that goes into effect. Okay. Y'all need an alarm system that's gonna ring all the way down to the Toya house, 10 doors down, and security at the front gate. Like what? And what kind of house y'all live in? Living in these $1 million homes that anybody could just slide through your, I would want to believe, gated community and just sit up there and just bust out windows and stuff. And you mean to tell me, Anila, y'all was the only ones in the neighborhood who house got clapped? I'm confused about that. Because then it is giving in house. I still don't think that Toya had anything to do with it. Um, So, yeah, I don't. I don't really think Toya had. I mean, maybe Carmelita and them or something like that. I don't want to say that lady. 'Cause I don't know the lady like that, but I don't think Toya specifically had anything to do with that lady house. But it is giving in house, and I'm like, well, was it the security? Like, what's really going on? Because we learned that her house was robbed in December of 2021. Then they spun the block, baby, literally spun the block. Came back in May and hit that up. Okay, what they say, hit them up style. Definitely hit them up style, girl. Whatever it was, Blue Trail said that. All right, came right back around. 6 months later, and then Andy, she told me something. Well, he said y'all are still there. She's like, yeah, we're still there. He said, you guys don't have any plans on moving. I mean, yeah, like third time's a charm, or at least three strikes and we're out. Yeah, and he said so. Two of them wasn't enough. I said, I know that's damn right. When y'all got the money that y'all got, y'all better Airbnb that or rent that child to one of these actors that's in town for a few months or some shit. Girl, they need to house their family or some girl. Find one of these NFL players like, hey, you need a house? Like, girl, would have got the hell up out of Dodge. You hear me? But that's on y'all. That's on y'all. What else we got? So Anila. What else? Oh, so she was questioned about how she was running it up on the furniture and them deals she got, which I found to be a bit interesting because I wanted to know too. Now I do believe, regardless of the amount of followers that you have on social media, there are people that will pay you a cute little coin, right? Regardless of what your subscriber count is. However, girl, you was making like thousands and getting like full-fledged furniture. I don't know, girl. I mean, maybe the show helped out a lot with that, right? Because she was still building her home at that time. So maybe she leveraged the show in an effort to get her home furnished. I don't think that was a bad idea at all. But people felt like because she has less than 100,000 subscribers on IG, she don't have a lot. I think less than 5,000 on TikTok and some other stuff. Her blog hasn't been updated since 2019, girl. If you're not gonna update the blog, the least you could do is link the blog to your IG. Link it to your IG and just keep it updated like that. That's what you do, Miss Influencer. Um, so I understand why people brought that into question, but because she came on this show at that time and her house wasn't even complete, maybe she used the show to get the money, or not get the money, but to get the stuff to furnish the house. So either way, girl, good luck, congrats, whatever. So Simone feels like it was inappropriate for Anila to bring her mama on a girls' night, and after the fact, I feel like that could have been inappropriate. I mean, initially, I ain't really think too much of it. Like, I mean, it's cool. It's the girls' night. She gonna hang out. But when her mama started to dictate, that's where it became a problem. So you're gonna have to do something like, I was with Simone and Toya, like, I don't want to be around your mama. Like, if this is how we gotta be, don't bring that lady over here. Don't bring her over here. Don't. She can't come over here. Okay, because your mama is so disrespectful. In my personal opinion, girl, she gonna be trying to run everybody else's life too, and she can't do that. No, ma'am. So Simone is confused about Anila's posting that she made about her home being robbed and her saying hashtag accountability. And she felt as though the way that Anila worded things, she felt like she had some type of insight on who exactly did what they did to her house. So she felt like she already had a person in mind. It was very accusatory. So she didn't like that. And for me, I felt like Anila was trying to act dumb. The same way she sat up in Toya's face at the cabin and said, I didn't say anything. I didn't. Who, me? No, I didn't know that way. And then what did we see? We saw a cut to when Anila told her friend, you need to back me up in this, only for the friend to sit up there and air out whatever the girl aired out. I think she mentioned, she said something, whatever to Toya. So I feel like Anila, girl, you be over there trying to play like, no, I don't. No, I'm innocent. Girl, you're not innocent at all. All right. So Quad has to address her reason for saying Toya was involved with this particular situation, which I personally think is mixed up. Quad tried to say that she didn't say that Toya committed the crime. She just felt like Toya was involved and knew something about it. But you're still saying that she is an accessory to said crime. And then you're standing true on it and don't want to take it back. But when somebody does that very thing to you, you want to go on a whole damn roller coaster about it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that was fair. Shout out to Contessa. Okay. So Andy tells Quad, like, girl, that's one of the worst things that you can do out of you sitting up here accusing this lady of messing around with somebody in the neighborhood. Like, girl, that's not good. Now you're trying to accuse her of actually having something to do with somebody's house getting robbed. Like, that's a problem, right? So that's when Quad stresses that no, I'm just saying that she had an acknowledgement of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying she knew about it. Like, girl, at the end of the day, tomato, you knew what you was doing. So then Contessa cracks a joke. Hilarious, yo. I did chuckle. It was not nice, but I did. Contessa told Anila, like, girl, here go your jewelry. Right here. Ooh. The little jewelry she had on the hair. Talking about I crushed it all up and put it in here. Do you want it back? I can give it. Here you go. Here you go. Now see, Contessa, it was hilarious, but it was wrong because had somebody done that shit to you, you would have been up there hollering and yelling at them like you've been doing this whole damn season. Okay, you would not have liked that at all. So very funny, but maybe too soon. Okay, too soon. So then Heavenly tried to say that it's insensitive. That's insensitive. Heavenly, don't tell me nothing about being insensitive, baby. When that's your life, that's all you do is be insensitive. Still being insensitive on the couch as you talk to your friend about the things that you said about her. Girl, you can't tell me about nothing being insensitive, honey. Okay, so Contessa said, you're right, it is insensitive. All of it's insensitive because y'all are literally sitting up here trying to accuse people of felonies. I said, ooh. Let's go, Dr. Contessa. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, ma'am. I agree. What else happened? So that was pretty much it. Okay, so then Anila turns in her polygraph exam. Y'all, lame, 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 follows behind Quad. I saw something. Didn't they have a dress on made by the same person? It was something because before I saw the reunion, I saw a clip. And on that clip, they had something in common. And then they also had this polygraph test in common. So I think they both wore dresses by the same person. And then she walked up there. They both show where she had, Quad had the polygraph. She had the polygraph. I said, girl, you are just giving follower. 1000% follower. I hate to see it. I hope they don't be your life. Don't follow down the wrong road. Wrong road. Come on, Porsha Williams. Wrong road. So anyway, Contessa asked her, why would you hang out? Ooh, and this I don't even remember, girl. And she was talking about Toya. So Contessa asked Anila, like, if you feel that way, like this girl had anything to do with your house being robbed, why would you sit up there and hang out with a person that you're not too sure about? Like, you've taken trips with her, you going out to eat with her. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me since the season was over with, Anila and Toya been out here hanging out, going out of town and doing other things? Are you serious? Girl, that right there, it's still giving follower. Quad told you something and you took it and you ran with it, girl. Definitely giving every bit of relay race. Every bit. Let me get the baton and get the running because that's what you did. You better hope you make it to that finish line. What else is going on? So Heavenly says Quad accused her, but hold on. Oh, yes. Okay. So when Contessa was coming at Anila and she felt like why would you come at Toya and say, she did this or whatever? Heavenly was trying to say Anila didn't do that. So Quad was the one that accused her. Now, mind you, Quad was also the one that was trying to say that she didn't accuse her of robbing the home. She just had a little involvement or whatever. But your homegirl Heavenly sent to the right of you and just pretty much said that you was accusing Toya of robbing that lady's house or whatever, right? So I'm sitting over here like she may not have said it, and I wouldn't be surprised if she did. But she may not have said it, but she definitely insinuated it. That is exactly what Anila did. And she also did it while she was sitting on that couch with y'all. Because when Toya said, your house got robbed twice and mine didn't, like I'm 10 houses down from you. How that happened? That's when Anila started grabbing at her hair like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that's right there. That's not even making any sense. That's what I've been saying. Oh, that's what you've been saying? So you saying the whole time what you trying to say that you didn't say or what you don't think when you really do think it. You a liar. Girl, you do think that lady sat up there and had something to do with your house being robbed. Girl, I don't know. It is what it is, okay? But there's that. That was pretty much all of reunion part one of Married to Medicine, okay? Let's see what's all going on in the comments, honey. Let me see what you guys got going on. Be sure to come in, like the video. Then I'm gonna move over to Real Housewives of Potomac so we can get into some is. um, let's see. Dr. Greg was the therapist, and maybe him and Dr. Greg was the therapist. Maybe he and his fiance could have come on to the show. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if he would be okay with that or open to that, or if his fiance would even be open to that. I want. I mean, because he could be like, nah, because I feel like being on TV could have ruined my first marriage. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Anila has to be the most gullible person in the group. She reminds me of Candiace when she was chummy with the neck and ankles. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad Caroline has come to the light. Whoever it is knows them or has been to their house before to know where the cameras are and cut lines. Baby. Yeah. Somebody been watching. They need that 24-hour security like Cardi. They need alarms and guards. They need something. It don't make sense because our gated community has adornment. If he doesn't know you, he is getting your name and information and calling the person that you're with. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I don't know, girl. That's just what happened. This how I be out here in these streets. So hopefully she don't get robbed for a third time because obviously that's what it's gonna take for them to move. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But hopefully she comes to her senses sooner so that she can go ahead and tap out and move on and you know what I'm saying? Get up out this period. Okay. Now we're about to get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Did y'all enjoy the episode? It was cool. Actually, I just came across Karen Huger's YouTube channel. I was actually watching some of her little interview that she did before I came on. She was doing like a little recap or whatnot, but it was kind of like an interview style of the show. She's trying to get on her Kandi Burruss or whatnot. I don't blame her. Go on, do your thing, Miss Karen. Miss Karen, keep a check, Huger. Okay, so I'm not mad at it. Do what you gotta do, Miss Karen. I'm gonna try and get over there and watch a little bit more of it. It's only like 15 minutes long, so but it's cute. Do your thing, Miss K. Let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so we pick up where we left off with Candiace being upset after she learns the news from Gizelle, basically letting her know, oh, this season I'm coming for you and I'm coming for your raggedy husband. Yes, and I want you to know that he made me feel very uncomfortable in the room. What you say? No. He didn't do that. No, he didn't make me feel uncomfortable. You say what now? No, he didn't say anything inappropriate either. Then why am I coming for you? Because she ain't got nothing else to do. Like, I mean, girl, if I don't come for you, then you're gonna be all in my damn business. You know we can't have that, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna be on y'all as for sure. That's what I do. Okay, deflection queen. That is me. Yeah. So Candiace didn't like this. She gets up. She heads out. Okay. I again loved how she walked out. She went into the bathroom. I think his name is Eric. I need to speak to Eric. Okay. She starts to kind of go in. You know, she didn't like that. Like, y'all want to drag a husband, y'all need to go out there and drag Michael Darby back in. Okay, that's what y'all need to do. But you're not gonna sit up here and come for mine. Period. And then he was over there. This is what I did not like about the executive producer, baby. First of all, Candiace went in on him so much, it made me think like, yo, Candiace, girl, is you gonna be back next? Is you gonna be back next season? I don't know if you're gonna be back, girl. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna be back next season the way that you went in on that man. And it's the way that he didn't care either. So he tells her, he was like, when she was complaining, he was like, okay, why are you telling me? Or something like that. He was like, why are you telling me? I mean, I can't control what you say, just like I can't control what they say, just like I can't control what you say. Because you've said some things. She was like, yeah, I did say some things, but the mother stuff that I said was the motherfucking truth. But what you're not gonna do is come up in this BIT and give me some bullshit. Okay? You're not gonna do that and tell me that it's filet mignon. You're not gonna do that over here. That's disrespectful. And I kind of felt the way that the producer said that. What are you telling me for? What the do you mean? What you telling me for? As producers, y'all love being behind the scenes telling people to make sure they bring up this conversation or make sure they bring up that conversation. But it's not okay for her to come and tell you like, oh, I have a problem with X, Y, and Z, and I see what y'all doing here. That's why she came and told you, but because you knew she broke the fourth wall, fifth wall, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's why you was like, what you telling me for? Why you telling me? You know why. Y'all can tell her stuff off camera and all this. So make sure you bring up the Gizelle. So on this scene, we're gonna go to Ashley's thing. Now Mia will be there as well as Candiace. So just make sure that you bring up the Chris situation. That's why she came and said something to y'all. It's because she already know how this go. And y'all be the main mixy ones behind the scenes. And I get it because y'all have to, make a show. You got to make it entertaining first. You got to do your thing and stuff, right? But at the same time, let's not act stupid about what you telling me for. Are you saying that because she broke the wall? And I was with Ken when Candy said, and don't cut out none of my motherfucking fourth wall either. I said, ooh. Oh, girl, I don't know if you're gonna come back, cause listen, the last time somebody tried to pull on a producer, Miss Ma'am ain't there no more. Now you ain't pulled, but you did a little tug when you snapped on that man. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, we gonna see Miss Candiace. I hope that ain't the case. But if you don't, we know why and we know what he looked like. Period. So anyway, so Gizelle comes out. And actually it's like, oh my God, is Candiace okay? Like Candiace, like, is she good? Like, what's happening? And Gizelle says, I think so. Yeah. I used to like Gizelle, y'all. Oh, she just irritating and shit. I think so. But she bothered. She bad. You know that. I think so. So you can go in there and get this girl all riled up, get her upset, and then come back to the group talk so you think she all right. Girl, fuck you. Okay, let's keep going. So Candiace, like I said, she was going in talking to the man about breaking the fourth wall, whatever. So Gizelle decides she's gonna pull Mia to the side. Pull Mia to the side after Candiace ended up leaving because Candiace was like, I gotta go. Like, I'm good on these girls. I don't know if Candiace truly left. I guess so, because we saw one shot of Candiace. It looks like she didn't go out the door. It looked like she went around. So I thought she was going to the bathroom. So maybe she went to the bathroom, got herself together, then leave. So I don't know. We didn't see her anymore in the scene. So I don't know if Candiace was there or she wasn't. But anyway, Gizelle talks with Mia and she says that Gizelle didn't like that Mia didn't respond to her text message. Okay, remember that Mia left Gizelle on red. Giselle says that she doesn't want to have an issue with Mia, so she wants them to get back on one accord and be cool. Gizelle tells her that she was confused about her, post and the health scare and stuff. She says, but that's none of my business. Girl, it's never none of your business, but it never stops. And then at the same time, I kind of do feel like a little bit like, is it not really your business? Because she did post it for everybody to see, though, for real. So, like, is it not your business? Or is I don't know. So Gizelle tells her that she was confused, but yeah, it's not her business. So Mia says that she was hurt to her core. Girl, y'all be killing me with the Mimi false. I was hurt to my core. Girl, you was not hurt to your damn core. But anyway, she expects that, she says she expects this type of stuff from Wendy, but not from Gizelle. Wow. So then Mia wants Gizelle to come to her first and not go to everybody else, which is what Gizelle likes. She prefers for Robyn to go straight to her before she goes and tell everybody else, or at least come to her and don't check her in front of everybody else. Girl, this is going to make for a very interesting season, because it seems like Gizelle and Robyn not going to be agreeing on some stuff. We'll see. So Ashley thinks Gizelle is getting a lot of heat for how she came at Mia, but she feels like everybody pretty much shares the same sentiments as she does, right? But Gizelle is getting the most heat because of how she approached the situation. Everybody didn't really approach the situation like that. Even if they did think this woman was lying or knew that she was lying, nobody really said it. You know what I'm saying? They just was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait and see how this play out. But Gizelle just has to have something going on, right? So Robyn thinks that Mia was being very misleading, and Wendy says that she's giving her the benefit of the doubt because she did have a friend that recently passed away from cancer. She says now she did kind of find herself kind of like with her eyebrow raised, kind of like questioning it a little bit, like, let me not. I mean, it can be possible. Let me go on about my business type thing, right? So Robyn, from hearing this and just hearing a small glimpse of Miss Wendy seeing things Robyn's way, Robyn decides to start going off on Wendy out of nowhere. She was like, "Oh, so you feel the same way? Oh, so you got the same sentiments? Well, if you got the same sentiments, then why would you sit up there and make it seem like me and Gizelle were the only cuckoo birds that felt the same way?" And da 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 da. And it's like, Robyn, calm down. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, where did all of this energy, this loudness come from? Miss Wendy was like, "Girl, I'm not understanding this loudness. Girl, I'm not understanding where your energy is coming from. It's giving every bit of misplaced." That's what it's giving, okay? So she says that, well, when you were over there talking to Mia, you came over there into the circle and you were asking like, so you think both of them were asking it or whatever it was when Wendy asked Mia the question. Wendy says, "Girl, I didn't even say your name." And Robyn was like, "Well, you didn't have to say my name to know who you were talking about when you went over to Mia asking questions like, so were those two the ones that were questioning your post or whatever like that?" And I'm just kind of like, when Wendy went over there, Wendy was asking because she was confused. She walked into the middle of a conversation. That she was not saying that y'all, oh, it was just them. That's not what she was saying. Wendy was trying to get clarity, but because you still have an issue with Wendy because she ate your up last season along with Miss Giselle, okay, you wanted to, have some issue, and for some reason this year I do feel like you're very well performing. Robyn, you're performing. Definitely, this is the most that we've seen of you, I feel. I'm not gonna say that I don't like it. I mean, I'm enjoying it. But as far as that particular situation, I felt like you was a bit wrong with how you came at Miss Wendy. Okay. What else happened? Yeah, I said Robyn was so wrong in this. Wendy tells her, "Girl, you called me a liar. I never called Mia no liar." Okay. So I'm like, where did you did call her a liar? Because shout out to the doggone audio that was leaked on Miss Wendy, girl. You thought you were safe with the producer and you weren't. Okay. They made sure that you knew that you were not safe. All right. So you did call this woman a liar, but you did not say it in that lady's face. Okay. You didn't. All right. So maybe that is the difference between you and Robyn in that situation. It was the energy that she came with and the insinuations that she came with as well. All right. So Mia and Giselle return, and Mia says that cancer has been ruled out. When that was a question to answer, like, has cancer been ruled out? She was like, yeah. So Robyn tells her that she would love to get to know her better. But she does question some truths about her. I appreciate Robyn saying that she was keeping it honest. She was being honest, like, girl, yeah, I want to get to know you better, but girl, you be lying. So I'm trying to figure out what's what with you for real. So then Robyn does the most distasteful thing to me. She goes around and invites, she was like, "Mia, are your kids out on spring break?" Knowing they out, more than likely. Yeah, my kids are out. Giselle, are your girls out? Yeah, my girls are out. Okay, Ashley, what about the boys? Are the boys okay? They are. Okay, great. Well, listen, I want to just overlook Miss Wendy and how Robyn did that situation to me. Kind of made me think about when Andy, Lisa Rinna, and Erica Jane overlooked the fact that Lisa Rinna them put Garcelle's damn book in the trash and started talking about damn recycling instead of talking about the issue at hand and staying on topic. Like, it was just like y'all just skirted over there and just overlooked. I was like, oh damn, that's kind of embarrassing. And then next thing you know, Wendy was like, well, oh wow, I wasn't invited. And Robyn was just like, oh well, bitch, ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't fuck with you like that, girl. Don't ask me about nothing, girl. Nope, I don't want you in my space. Girl, it was giving every bit of them kids. That's what it was giving to me from Miss Robyn. And I'm just like, girl, you ain't got to be like that. Now, it's these little boys and a little girl. Like, let them play. You ain't got to like their mama to let them play around. What the kids did. Just because I don't want to have this lady anywhere around me or in my presence. I am done. I don't want to have no. I don't like that. Now, see, if the shoe was on the other foot and Wendy asked everybody and didn't ask you, you would have had a problem with that. And I don't think that was right. So then Wendy says that she finds it to be a character flaw, okay, for you to intentionally leave out some children. Robyn said, I don't give a fuck what you call it, girl. Call it whatever you want to. I don't care. I don't like you, girl. I don't like you, girl. I do not like you. Okay. So I guess, child. Anyway, let's keep going. So Candiace is doing her injections for her egg retrieval or whatnot, and Chris is not there. Now, at first, I thought it was daytime, and I'm asking myself, like, could she not do it before he went to work, or could she wait till he get off work? But it looked like it was nighttime, so maybe their schedules did not, align because she had to give herself the injections with her doctor on the phone. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's the only time the doctor had available. But at the same time, if you already have a schedule ahead of time to know that, hey, on this particular day, at this particular time, y'all need to do the injections, I think that Chris should have requested off. And I think that's going to end up being a problem in their marriage of how it seems like he may put the job as more of a priority than her, which is ultimately going to stress her the hell out while she's trying to conceive and as well as filming the show and dealing with other stress and all of that. So I just feel like, I mean, dog, you couldn't take some time off. You couldn't take some time. I mean, I wouldn't want to shoot myself. I ain't gonna lie, like, girl, I would have been. It would have been a girl. We would have been sitting there all day, baby. And I'm not afraid of shots. Don't get me wrong, but that's when somebody else is giving it to me, girl. If you think I'm gonna sit up there and poke myself, girl, it's gonna take some time. Okay, it's gonna take some build up, girl. Give me a second. Okay, let me get my mind right. It's 8 o'clock. I'll be ready by 8 p.m. I need that much time. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. 12 hours. Thank you. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Catch me tonight. I might be ready. So hopefully this will not be a theme of Chris not showing up during these particular moments, when Candiace needs him as far as this in vitro and all of that process is concerned. Now, Karen and Ray, they over there hanging out, getting their nails done, whatever like that. Karen ends up bringing up, and it was a very short scene. First of all, Karen was sick, so she did not go to the dancing thing, right, for Ashley. But she also said that she didn't have C19, which I was glad to hear. I was like, okay, thank God. I'm glad Miss Karen didn't have no C19, girl. That would have been very bad, even though you said you had 102 fever. So what kind of sickness did you have? The Cherie sickness? Noted. Let's keep going. So then Karen asks Ray if he's jealous of other men checking her out. And he said that he get a little jealous. But she also, they also talked about how they approved or agreed for each other to have eye candy. Not so much as, step over the line, you know what I'm saying, and go over there and, cheat on each other or whatever like that. Some people don't call it cheating if your marriage open and you do what you want to do. But anyway, not so much as that, but she can have eye candy. And all I'm thinking about is Nene Leakes and Greg just a little bit. I'm like, didn't they say Nene was over there? I'm just telling you what the people had said. I don't know what the people had said, but she was out there doing her thing, and Greg was giving her the freedom to live her life how she wants to. I mean, what? How old is Ray? 20 years older than Karen? I don't know. How old is a man? 15, 17 years old? I don't know. He at least 1 to 2 decades older than that woman. Okay? And she probably still be dipping it and doing it. So, I mean, whatever agreement worked for their marriage, girl, who the hell am I? Do what you want to do, girl. Y'all gonna do that anyway. Ashley goes to see this really nice home. This home was really nice. I was here when Ashley was like, girl, I gotta be able to be in the kitchen and see my kids. I know that's right. I just like an open floor plan in general. Like, yes, it was giving. Very, very, very nice house, right? She was talking about how she put in 3 offers, but then for each of the houses she put an offer in on, somebody came and beat her out because they had an all cash deal. And I said, girl, that wasn't nothing but a corporation. That wasn't nothing but a corporation, girl, because they've been around here swooping up homes like it ain't. You feel what I'm saying? Just swooping them up, barely fixing them up, trying to turn around, flip them. Girl, flip it and reverse it. It's your friend if it's when putting these houses back out on the market, whether it's for sale or for rent, ain't doing shit with it. That's sad. And just throwing money away just so they can continue to drive up the cost and stuff when it comes to housing. Just full of shit. Anyway, So they lost all of those. Okay. She also talked about how her and Michael are trying to keep their marriage separation under wraps because they are going to be purchasing this home together. And I guess if they're going to be separated, it's going to be an issue with them getting a loan or something. So it is what it is. Come to find out, when she had the conversation with the agent was like, "Oh, he already told me that. I already know this and that. I've already talked to your loan officer. Okay. I already know the square footage on the home, the type of home. I know the year that you wanted to have been built. Actually, we damn near have the house and just need to close on it." Like, it was giving every bit of Michael is high key doing all of this without you. He's just having you go around looking at homes like you actually have an input on this when you don't. And that right there just says a lot. It's like, if something were to happen to Michael, are you really gonna get that home, or is he gonna turn around, flip it, and put the damn house in Dean's name? And you know what I'm saying? I'm not wishing death on Michael or anything, but I'm like, girl, let Dean be 13, 15 and got a whole damn house in his. How is that gonna work, Michael? Because white folks get their kids credit started right now. Okay? Right now. So if that baby had a house at 13, 15, I would not be surprised. But it wouldn't be Ashley's house. Because Michael gonna make sure that. So I mean, girl, he's showing you. And she said that in the confessional that now she's kind of looking at him a little sideways, like, oh, really? So y'all done talked about all of that and I wasn't a part of the conversation. Ashley, this is what happens when you are not handling things and you're letting Michael do everything. This is what happens. So when you get that big ass L at a later time, you get that big ass L sent over there at a later time. I don't know what to tell you. Just wear it on your chest. Okay, because the people, your family, everybody tried to tell you. I did kind of feel bad for Ashley a little bit when she started crying because she was feeling like she was a failure because her marriage was ending, or not so much as a failure, but just kind of feeling like she's making the wrong choice. And I only really felt bad for her on that because a lot of women, I think, when they make that decision to like walk away, they kind of feel bad, like they're making the wrong mistakes. I kind of felt bad, but it was like, Ashley, girl, you're not making a wrong mistake at all. The wrong mistake happened a few years ago, but they are beautiful. So I only want to call them on mistakes like that. But girl, they are some cutie pies. Understand. He was the mistake. That's what it was. It was him. It was him from the very beginning, if you ask me. Okay. Because it's always giving your kids, not his. But either way. Okay, let's keep going. So then Robyn and Juan. So she asked him about whether he is okay with them getting a prenup. And that was asked, and he acted like he was bothered at first, but then he was like, "No, I don't really care. I don't care. I make more money than you anyway." We knew you was lying, baby. We knew you was lying. Okay, but he was confused, like, why you want to bring it up now, but you ain't bring it up then when I was talking about a prenup. When somebody else brought it up, you was like, "Oh my god, why, prenup, why?" You wasn't really into it, but now technically you don't went and got your businesses and stuff, and now that you done got your stuff in order, you want to sit up there and holler prenup. Okay, so it seems like Juan wasn't tripping. He didn't really care. But it also seemed like he cared a little bit because he said, "I get it. Like, you worked for all of this stuff. I would never want to take that from you." And he was like, "Okay." No, she said, "Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I don't believe that you would either." He was like, "Then why you want to get a prenup then?" Right? So I feel like he's not bothered, but he is at the same time. And I can't really dissect what that is all about. I don't know. I mean, hmm. Seems like Robyn probably was the one that always held y'all down for the most part, even when you were in the NFL. The only problem that she really did was losing all your motherfucking money because she thought that she was investing it to flip it. Okay, whole time she was getting played. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just do right by the prenup or whatever the hell it is y'all gonna do, girl. At least we getting somewhere. But I do feel like, as I'm thinking about it now, bringing up this prenup, is it going to be as easy as we think, or is this just another way for you to prolong the idea of y'all actually getting married? Because that's been a question for the past few years. When are y'all getting married? When are y'all getting married? When are y'all getting married? So it seems like now y'all are engaged. Y'all tired of people asking when y'all are getting married. So let's put another thing in the middle in between to stall us and make it seem like it's really all about the prenup when really Robyn ain't ready to be married for real anyway. And I don't even know if I blame Robyn now that I think about it. They've been living like they've been married all these years. Girl, is there a common law marriage? Is there a law up there in Potomac County? Because she probably damn near already married without even having to, go the next mile. So that's probably what's going on with Robyn. Like, I'm already married to you. Ain't that changed? Like, it is what it is. So I don't know, girl. What y'all want to tell? Anyway, what else we got going on here? So Wendy is losing her hair. Oh, Wendy is losing her hair. She has a bald spot in the center of her head. And it's really because she's stressing. Okay. Wendy is stressing out. She has a lot on her plate. I believe she's still a professor. She's an analyst. She's a housewife now. And you know, with housewife comes a lot. I believe she's an author at this point. Y'all know she got her own business where she's selling these candles and stuff. That's about 5 things right there. She's a wife. She's a mama. There go 7, girl. I'm sure it's about 3 more back off in the corner of what Miss Wendy got going on. So she's stressed out, and you got the audacity to want to add a restaurant on top of that. No, ma'am. I do understand if she want to just do the 300 and then let Peter go off and do his thing, but I don't know too many people that gonna just drop 300,000 and not try and see what's going on. Like, what's happening? Like, what we looking like? What's the return giving? It's no return this year. Okay, cool. Because here's the thing too, if you really want to get in the restaurant business, you're not just going to drop 300,000 and walk away. You're going to drop 300,000 and then try to at least learn some things. So once you get that money back, hopefully flipped, maybe you get your 600,000 or whatever, or just get your 300,000 back. You can go and invest that in something else, and you'll have a bit more knowledge. Either way, it's going to be add a lot more stress to yourself. And I don't think you should do that. So you're gonna have to scale back. Another thing I wanted to highlight when we see Wendy sitting up there, Wendy and her edges. I think it's so funny when Wendy was on the show last season. I think the very first season as well. People dragged Wendy about her edges because they felt like they were fake. And now you see her go in there with her real hair, and definitely every bit of giving edges like close to her forehead, like how her hair comes out. So I'm like, what y'all gotta say now? Oh, y'all forgot that y'all was out there dragging that lady like that? Yeah, I ain't forget. Y'all was out there dragging that lady by her edges, and they was very long. Anyway, Mia and Robyn. So they met for lunch, and Robyn speaks on Gizelle being wrong. Okay, she speaks on how Gizelle was wrong for the delivery and how she came at Mia. Okay, she says that she still wants to know what's going on. I was lost as hell. I'm not gonna play with y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, girl. I done heard lovely lady lumps. We don't went from there to a biopsy to I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck we talking about no more. All I got was that there is no cancer by the grace of God. That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, what are we saying? And Robyn was really trying to piece everything together. And then I was like, I'm not gonna rewind this. I said, I am not going to rewind this to try to figure it out. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm going, girl, Mia. I'm so tired of you speaking in Morris code or whatever you're doing. I'm tired. You're gonna have to get it together, girl. I cannot dissect this all the time. This is a lot, girl. Say what you say and mean what you say, and stop over here switching it, changing it. God, I'm just confused. Anyway, thank God she ain't got no cancer. And let's move on. Okay, so Robyn clues in Mia about why Gizelle ended up no, not Gizelle, but why Candiace left. So Mia decides that she wanted to add something to the conversation. Y'all, why do Mia get away with so much shit? Like, I'm just, this lady literally sat up there. Now I see why her and Chris kind of had that little exchange on Twitter. Like, she legit lied. Girl, he was staring at me. Yeah, like, it was so rude. Like, you don't do that. Like, yeah, when I was at the spring thing, absolutely. I mean, just like staring at me. No, what it was giving was you wanted attention. Oh, I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Look at me. Look at me. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. And Chris was not looking at you both times. So why you sat up here and lied? I said, shout out to the rollback, a beautiful being footage, because you just be lying. I came into this season wanting to be fair with Mia. Mia, you not being fair to yourself, and you damn sure not being fair to us. So therefore, we can't be fair to you because you just be confusing the hell out of the people. To be lying, girl. Oh, God. Anyway, I can't. It's just a lot with me, girl. You are. Anyway, so I'm not. I can't move on. Give me a second, because I'm still trying to figure out why the hell would she insert that into the conversation to add something additional, and it didn't even. And you weren't even looking over. Get it together, Mia, because you at some point I want you to get tired of looking like a liar. At some point. Okay, so Karen, or being a liar, okay, Karen asked her, so Karen and Gizelle, they link up. Karen asked Gizelle about Candiace. Karen thinks that Chris may owe Gizelle an apology if Gizelle did indeed feel uncomfortable. Okay. She also said that he may have thought that she was comfortable based on how their relationship is, right? So he probably thought that she was comfortable, but if it made you feel uncomfortable, your feelings are valid, so therefore he may owe you an apology. And I'm like, Karen, see, you be jumping the gun sometimes too soon on somebody's side, and then you're gonna turn around and you're gonna be finding out what's really going on. Get it together. So Candiace and Chris are having a sit down. Candiace tells Chris about feeling like she's not succeeding when it comes to the whole IVF egg retrieval process, amongst other stuff. Okay, so she's feeling a way about not responding because the doctor told her that, you know, you should be at this particular place in within this process and you're not there. So it makes her feel like she's underperforming. So she's stressed about that. They speak on Gizelle and how he says he was angry when he found this out. Originally, he said he was upset and says that he did not like the usage of the words. Okay. Then Chris says Gizelle was the one that actually suggested that they go to her room. He said, hey, can we have a conversation? And Gizelle says, yeah, you want to go to my room or whatever. And he said he was 99% sure of it. I don't know who said it. Let's go to the room. But what I do know is that it was Gizelle's room and she still allowed y'all to walk in there, even though she knew her makeup people weren't in that room. It was what it was. And see, this is another thing. Let me go because I think I said it later on. So let's keep going. So now when Gizelle was talking to Karen, she was saying that she was concerned about being questioned, about people questioning her and what they were doing in the room. So she was kind of feeling a way about that. Okay. And Karen was confused. So Karen said, wait a minute, how do we get, hey Gizelle, can I have a conversation with you? To you all of a sudden being concerned about what other people are thinking once he's in your room behind closed doors. How did that get there? And I said that's because Gizelle may actually kind of have a little liking towards Chris. That's what I'm thinking, right? What else? So Chris says that he's only been nice, but Gizelle also brings up his brown peen all the time as much as she can. And then he also said, but you know, maybe she was uncomfortable. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was uncomfortable. I mean, she could have been uncomfortable, but I feel like she was full of. You want to know what else? Because I want to say it now before I forget. I feel like Chris went to that room. First of all, what Bravo showed us was Chris not liking the line of questioning and things, right? When it came to Candiace. I feel like Chris went to Gizelle to talk to her about that and likely probably even call her out about her own behavior towards Candiace when he probably expected them to be at a different place or expected her to have more of Candiace's back, right? And I feel like being in that room, it could have been two things. One, Gizelle got uncomfortable because she didn't like him checking her, so calling her out on her as nicely as he could. And two, she probably was liking when he get angry type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look so cute when the little vein pop up right there in your forehead type. Ooh, let me get you up out this room type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust it. I don't trust you, Gizelle. So Karen tells Gizelle that she shouldn't have brought it up to the group or in front of the cameras. And then here go Gizelle. I didn't bring it to the group. I brought it to Robyn. But see, Karen also said in front of the cameras. See, you didn't want to speak on that part, right? You didn't bring it to the group. You brought it to Robyn and didn't want to say that Robyn turned around and brought it to Mia. But you started it. It came from your mouth, okay, on camera first. And I'm sure you and Ashley talked, so you already had the conversation with Ashley. So Ashley, Robyn and Ashley knowing about it, you done brought it to the group. And now you telling Karen, girl, you brought it to the group. You know what you was doing, but you're trying to put it off on Robyn. But anyway, she talking about she gonna have to have this conversation with Robyn. Well, Robyn on the other end is meeting up with Candiace and Chris. So Robyn, first of all, she come there and they just sit down because they don't know how to take her. Like, girl, you're bosom buddies with Miss Giselle, so I don't know what you finna do. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I don't know how to take you. So she's like, y'all, we not gonna do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So of course they hugged her or whatever. Robyn breaks it all down and says, listen, Ashley started out with her concern for the DM. I know you didn't slide in her DM. You were just responding to her story. It's just that simple, right? She mentioned that the situation with Giselle told me everything that had happened after the reunion, after you came to her room. And I don't believe that, because keep in mind, this was the thing that really validated what I was thinking. Robyn says, I believe that you spoke out of concern for your wife, right? Meaning Chris went to that room to check Giselle on how she acted or treated Candiace. Because remember, she said at the reunion, if Mia would have bopped Candiace in her mouth, she would have been okay with that, or whatever the little shots Miss Giselle was throwing at Candiace. So I'm sure Chris was frustrated with that and wanted to have a sidebar conversation with Giselle to tell her how unfair that was. I don't think Chris raised his voice for her or anything. I think he was talking just as normal as he can. Okay. So when Robyn said that, for me, that's what came to my mind. And I was like, yeah, Giselle was full of shit. I don't think that man went up there to do anything. That's what made her feel uncomfortable. That's what made her feel uncomfortable. Versus how she's trying to make it seem as though he was like making a pass at her or whatever. Like, that's how it's coming off. Anywho, so Robyn wants to fix this. And Candiace says that Giselle needs to walk it back. Okay, she needs to backtrack, retract, take back, whatever it is she needs to do. The bullshit that she's trying to put out there, because as of right now, she's dead to me. I don't fuck with that lady. Period. Okay, so we'll see how they're gonna be trying to force this conversation. And then meanwhile, you got Giselle over there talking to Karen, talking about how she was expecting to have a conversation with Candiace and expecting Candiace to reach out. I'm not gonna reach out. I'm not gonna argue with you. You mad? You want to argue? I'm not gonna argue with you, ma'am. You mad? You lonely? I'm not gonna argue with you. No, ma'am. So if she didn't reach out, girl, F you. It is what it is. You expecting a call from Candiace, but you didn't give Candiace a call to let her know how her husband made you feel. And not only that, girl, you waited 5 months to tell her. And then you wait until y'all in a public environment when you know you got her number to tell her, girl, sit it down. Wouldn't have got one from me. And I hope Candiace still don't hit her up. Period. Okay. So that's what's been going on with the ladies of Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to check out a few comments and then we're going to hop off of this sucker. Okay. Let's see. If he never said anything inappropriate, never touched you, never disrespected you, and had the door open, how can you be uncomfortable? Wait, did I miss that? The door was open? See, I gotta go back and rewind that piece. I must have missed that. Not the door being open, and you sitting over here still saying you uncomfortable. What it is she wasn't ready for him to get her together about how she was acting. That's what it was. If I was Chris, from now on, I'd hit Giselle with, I'm uncomfortable around you. Right. Right. Like, I ain't going, I'm uncomfortable. Go away from me with this. I'm uncomfortable around you, ma'am. I truly believe her discomfort was because Chris confronted his assumed friend about how she was coming at his wife. 1000%. We're on the same page there, honey. Giselle said initially she told Chris to come to the room because she knew her glam squad was there. Oh, I love, didn't she say, she said that, did she say it on last week's episode or did she say it on like a sidebar on a BravoCon or something? I feel like she said that somewhere in an interview or something. If she didn't say it on last week's episode. So that right there confirms that Giselle has lied because she told him that he could go to her room or said, you want to go to my room, because she thought her glam squad wasn't there. So she told him that. Baby, we love when they get caught up in lies. Wow, wow, wow. 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 I feel this, Constance. I was on Robyn's side until she invited Wendy's kids. Without her, my kids go nowhere. I'm not welcome. I didn't even hear her invite the damn kids. I thought she wasn't inviting her at all. Her and other kids. Um, let's see. Gizelle conveniently gets uncomfortable around who she's targeting at that moment, just like she did Monique. And there's that. Let's not forget at Karen's spring party how Gizelle was jumping through hurdles to make sure Chris knew where the drinks and food were, but you were so uncomfortable, girl. Listen, and let's not forget that this same woman, Gizelle, brought Katie over to Ray so that she can assault him. Hello? And then turn around and cry about feeling uncomfortable. How you think Ray felt? Whoa. Well, either way, good luck. That's all that I have, you guys. I thank you all so much for joining. Okay, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. All right. Be sure to like the video. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that other great jazz. Okay, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.